on this Zoom. Trust me whenever I tell you we've got something super exciting. If you're seeing this for the first time, buckle up because I cannot wait to share with you what we have our hands on here with Vital Health. And I know the person that invited you feels the same way. So even if you are a guest, if you are seeing this for the first time, if there's anybody that you know is near and dear to you, I would go ahead and invite them onto this presentation as well. But for all the business partners that are hopping on, man, last minute text reminders, get anybody and everybody on this Zoom that you possibly can because the world needs to know about Vital Health, y'all. Come on. So if you haven't already, go ahead and let us know in the chat. I just activated it like 5 seconds ago. So you can now just let us know where you guys are calling in from. Plus, if you let me know where y'all are calling in from, I know that the end of this is working on my end. Yes. Okay, Brenda, thank you. Utah in the house. Canada in the house. Minnesota in the house. What is up? We got Tara. We got Brenda. I can only see like half of these names. Looks like Keith, my man. What's up, my brother? All right, y'all. We are going to get this party started here in about 20 seconds. I need to get this slide deck pulled up. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get this party started. Well, welcome to the call. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. And all the fathers out there, I hope you guys had a great Father's Day weekend or Father's Day Sunday or whatever you did for Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads out there. But I'm excited to share with you guys what we have our hands on. I know a lot of you guys that are watching this are experienced network marketers. You have experience inside of the space. So super excited to be speaking with you guys, especially because if you understand the game, you understand network marketing, direct sales, you are going to freaking love what we have here. That is for sure. Now, maybe you're brand new to the industry, brand new to network marketing. So this might be a little bit foreign to you, but let me go ahead and tell you, I am going to do anything and everything I can to just make sure that I really paint the picture on why this is such a big deal. So a little bit of my story. My name is Miles Stallard. I'm the National Sales Director here at Vital Health. I've been in the network marketing and direct selling space now for 10 years. Just had my 10-year anniversary about a month and a half ago. So 10 years in the space, I absolutely love it. I've had crazy amounts of success, made millions of dollars inside of the space, helped over 100 people also become $1 million earners, built teams and sales organizations of over 200,000 business partners. So as you can imagine, this is my passion. This is my bread and butter, y'all. I love the industry of network marketing. I truly believe it's the best industry in the world. It's allowed me and my wife to travel all over the world, speaking on stages with some of the most elite thought leaders out there. And more importantly, what it's also allowed us to do is it's allowed us to become venture capitalists, angel investors, right? So as a VC, I typically invest in startups, established businesses, real estate, stocks, crypto, blockchain stuff, insurance. I have my hands in a lot of different investment plays. But the reason why I talk about that and why I even bring that up is because I think it's seriously very important for everybody to know that I look at different business models all day, literally all day, every single day. It's what I do is I evaluate businesses. And I will tell you, the year leading up to Vital Health being introduced to me, y'all, I evaluated probably 100 different companies during that year. I cannot tell you how many fly-ins, corporate meetings, negotiations, and just how many companies that I was talking with. And I will tell you, if you guys have experience in the space, you already know this, but the industry of network marketing is not doing so hot. I mean, companies are selling left and right. Companies are closing their doors. Companies are changing their models to full affiliate models. And if you're not familiar with what that really means, it just simply means that the companies are pulling the rug out from underneath the field leaders, which is us, the people that build the business, right? And this is happening all over the space. And I will tell you, for that year, and hundreds of companies that I checked out, that I evaluated, that I studied, and I will tell you, there just was nothing in the space that made any sense. And I will tell you, about a week after I made the decision that I really thought that I was just going to be done with the industry. about a week after I kind of had that thought and that decision, David Nieves, he's the VP of sales here, one of my best friends. He was my original mentor that brought me into the network marketing space, taught me everything that I know about business, about leadership, about network marketing. Taught me everything. He gave me a call and said, "Hey, we want to bring Vital Health to America. We're ready to do so. We want you and Heidi to be the ones to spearhead this." And that's kind of how it all kind of got started. He gave me the presentation. Everything that I'm about to share with you guys today is the exact information that he gave to me, and I will tell you, every single box that could possibly be checked was checked here. And that was a very unique situation because I've never had 100% of the boxes being checked, and it was here. But at that time, I didn't know if it was as real as, everything seems good, when you see it through a computer screen, but I had to see it in person. So I flew out to Hermosillo where our headquarters is, and I saw the entire operation from start to finish and fell head over heels in love with this company. And it's been an exciting year that I've been here. We just launched the United States this past year, and just launched Canada as well. And y'all, let me go ahead and tell you before I even dive into this presentation. If you have experience in network marketing, you're going to understand the importance of this. But we are in full blown momentum right now, y'all. Okay, in 2023, just to give you an idea, the momentum that we have, 2023, we did 4 million in revenue. 2024, we did 46 million in revenue. Okay, so more than 10x growth just in that 1 year. We're top 5 companies for fastest growing companies in terms of revenue growth. Top, like 5 companies, top 10 companies for momentum growth as well. And we're just getting started. We're only 3 years in, guys. But not only that, we're way on track for passing 100 million this year for 2025. So full blown momentum in a completely wide open market where nobody knows who we are. Okay, so there's a lot of different factors I'm going to be talking about on what sets Vital Health apart from the rest of the industry. And one of those being is you could not ask for better timing where we're at. But that is just a little bit of it. I'm about to show you guys a heck of a lot more on what sets us apart. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up my slide deck. And here we go. All right, let me make sure this is coming through clear. Beautiful. All right, looks like we are good to go. I'm going to pull up the chat box over here. Just so for whatever reason it's not coming through good, you guys can let me know. All right, y'all. So Vital Health, live an abundant life. That is who we are. That's what we are all about. But let me go ahead and come to this next slide because this is the most important slide on the entire presentation because this really says it all. If it was not for what I'm about to talk about right now, nothing else really matters. So when it comes to network marketing, especially, I will tell you, when people evaluate this industry, most people are looking at really just not necessarily the wrong things, but they're not really looking at what's most important. Most people, when they're evaluating companies, they're looking at compensation plan and they're looking at products. Here's the reality, though. You can have the best compensation plan in the world. You can have the best products in the world. But if the people steering the ship are not the right people, okay, if the leadership is not the right leadership, if the exec team is not the right exec team, if the financial backing is not if the financial backing is not right, if it is not there, if the culture, the field culture, but as well as the company internal culture is not there, these are just few of the things that are going to put an expiration date on the longevity of your business. So whenever I spent for the last year, with 100 different companies, evaluating these companies, the one thing that I'm always looking at, whether it's network marketing or something that I'm going to invest in, is what is the foundation like? Who is steering the ship? What do the financials look like? Because here's the reality. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can look at companies across the space and you can see a lot of leaders, field leaders, us, people like us in the field making a lot of money and absolutely crushing it. But the company itself has to be thriving. If the company itself is not thriving, again, you are going to have an expiration date on the longevity of your business. And I know this from experience because for 10 years, I was with a company and we were crushing it, y'all. I mean, we were making millions of dollars. The field was winning. Everybody was winning in the field, but the company itself was hemorrhaging. The company itself was falling apart. And what happened was that company had to sell to another company, and then that owner sold to another owner, and it was just completely downhill from there. Okay, and so that is the whole reason why that I was looking for an entire year for another company for my team and my organization. And so I'm looking at the foundation of the company. I want to know who's steering the ship. Top left, top right, you have Gustavo, you have Alberto. These are the Beretta brothers. They're some of the most successful commercial real estate developers in all of Hermosillo. They're also very high on the political ladder. Right there in the dead center, you see our CEO, Mr. Jorge Reyes. And guys, I will tell you, I do not know a single person that does not absolutely freaking love Jorge. Man, he is Big Papa Bear. Absolutely amazing, amazing gentleman, heart of gold, and just truly, truly cares about literally everybody. Such an amazing individual. And then on the left side of Jorge, you see Tony Rodriguez, world famous doctor, product developer. People travel from all over the world to come see him at his clinics. In fact, he has a 6-month waiting list just to see him at his clinics. Okay, he is the developer of all of our products. And then next to Jorge on the right side, you see Alex Reynosa. Now, Alex was the top earner in a multi-billion-dollar company for the last 15 years. And what he did with all of his money was he actually started manufacturing products for other network marketing companies. And the reason why Vital Health today even exists is because Alex's father-in-law had life-changing results on Tony's products. So Alex found Tony, said, hey man, what's your plan to getting these products all across the world? Because clearly these things work. And Tony's idea was to basically build more clinics across Hermosillo and the rest of Mexico. And Alex was like, listen, man, like I build globally, I build distribution. It's what I do. So they partnered up. They created Vital Health. Bottom left, you see myself, National Sales Director, and my wife. She is the Chief Impact Officer, Ms. Heidi Stallard. And on the bottom right, I already talked about Mr. David Nieves. He's our VP of Sales. My mentor, original mentor, taught me everything that I know. And then his wife, Ms. Brooke Stokes Nieves, who is the director of product education. Now, something that I've already mentioned a few times, but I want to really touch on this because this is the number one reason why we have such an advantage over the rest of the industry. And that is the fact that we are based out of Mexico. Okay, now I will say, when I first evaluated this company, that was the only thing that I was really, really curious about because I've done a lot of different business deals in a lot of different countries. I had no idea what it was going to be like to build a network marketing company based out of Mexico. But again, I will say it again, that is by far our number one advantage over the rest of the industry. Okay, as I dive into the information, you're going to see that our products are the highest quality products that you could possibly find, but yet they are actually affordable. Okay, when you look at the industry of network marketing, one thing that we all know is network marketing typically has fantastic products, but they're ridiculously expensive in today's economy, in today's world. People cannot afford network marketing products. Okay, so we have the highest quality products where people can actually afford them, but also our compensation plan pays out 2 to 4 times more than the highest paying compensation plans in the entire industry. But both of those reasons that we're able to do that fall on the fact that we are based out of Mexico. Here's why. We have very low overhead. And just to give you an example on this, our just employee cost alone, our overhead on employee costs, we have over 500 employees, and our cost on that, our overhead is less than $250,000 per month. Y'all, if you do the numbers on that, if you do the math, you will realize that that is astronomical. That is absolutely freaking insane. And because of that, we're able to keep all that money in house. Therefore, we're able to pump it into product development as well as compensation plan. But what's also important to know about that specifically is we also pay our employees way more than they would make literally anywhere else. So not only like are they getting paid really well, we're saving a lot of money that we're able to reinvest back into the business, which is a really big game changer and a big difference between us and any competitor out there. Now, the other thing that's really unique about Vital Health is we handle our entire operation from start to finish. Manufacturing, the labs, Okay, sourcing of the products, the logistics, the warehousing, even the real estate. We own all of our real estate. We do not rent any of our real estate. This is important to know because 99.9% of the companies that you know out there in the network marketing space, the only thing that they actually own is their name, is their brand. They outsource everything else. They outsource their manufacturing. They outsource their labs. They outsource their packaging and their sourcing and their logistics. They outsource everything. And when you outsource, you're having to pay third parties. And when you're paying third parties, it costs a fortune. Okay, so we keep all of that money in house. And again, because of that, we're able to pump it into product development and compensation plan. So you're going to see a lot of these examples that I'm going to give you because whenever I talk about this business and from a business sense, I will tell you I have never seen a company inside of the space more stable, more strong with a significantly higher just promise of a crazy awesome future. And that's where we are, and that's literally why I'm here is because it's as good. I mean, it truly is the holy grail of network marketing scenarios from comp plan to products to culture to company culture as well as field culture, but also timing foundationally. Like this is as good as it could possibly get. Now, going into the products and stuff, nanotechnology, smaller active ingredients for maximum absorptions, adaptogens, nutrients that adapt their functionality to the needs of the body, which I'm going to be talking about here in just one sec. And then affordable prices, like I said, the highest quality products where people can actually afford them. We're talking about a quarter of the price of the industry average. Our wholesale price on our products is around $25 on average. Industry average is closer to $100, just to kind of put that into perspective. And we got higher quality. So, but I'm going to skip a few slides before I dive into the actual products. Because I want to get to this right here, okay? This is our quantum bioelectric analyzer, okay? Now, what this scanner does is it runs a frequency through your body and it tests 45 different vital processes and it sends you a 120-page report on everything that is going on, okay? Now, this is not proprietary to us, this device itself, by the way. Doctors use this as like a pre-test or like a pre-test before they get into the more expensive urine samples, blood samples, x-rays, stuff like that. This is 92% as accurate as an actual blood sample, okay? So you can get this device off of any medical supply, any medical device store. You can find these things, okay? However, what is proprietary to us is the software inside of the device that pinpoints your specific need to our specific products, okay? This is a game changer, especially in the network marketing space, and especially from a business perspective. And here's a few things. And the main one, the obvious one is, of course, it gives us crazy amounts of credibility, right? Like it gives us proof that the products, work. Because, once somebody scans, says, hey, you need this product, they take the product, they come back, a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, and they have better results, right? The product works. So it gives us credibility, it makes us a test-based nutrition company. But something that I want to point out that a lot of people just don't, it just might not be something that you think about, but what this device does is it allows us as a company to create products that are very specific to the needs of the body. Okay, and the reason why that's important is because when you have specific products that pinpoint a specific issue, your customer, okay, is going to get fast results. See, most companies out there have what we call blanket products, okay? One product that kind of covers a little bit of everything. And there's nothing wrong with blanket products. We have a blanket product here. It's called Vital Pro. I'll talk about that here in a little bit as well. But the problem with blanket products is it takes time for your customers to see results, right? And the reality is, if you sell somebody on a product and they don't see a result on the product their first month, the chances are they're not going to rebuy that product the following month. So you need to have fast, quick results on the products that you sell. We have that here, and that's the scanner allows us to create products that pinpoint specific needs. Now, going back to the actual products, okay, all the certifications, everything that you need for Olympic athletes, college athletes, not only can everybody take these products, everybody literally needs to be taking these products. Now, our very first line of products here is our detox line. This is our #1 selling line simply because we start everybody on the detox line, okay? Why? Well, let's get your body to ground zero so we have something to build off of, right? So that's going to come with the T detox. Absolutely amazing, by the way. It's one of my favorite products. I've got a lot of favorite products here, but that's definitely one of them. But then we also have the V Organix. V Organix is going to be a liver support product. Okay, so again, liver support, very specific. V Iodine is a kidney support product. S Balance is a sugar balancing product. Now, I could talk about S Balance for a long time, and the reason why is because this product is going absolutely viral right now. If you know anybody that struggles with type 2 diabetes or any other blood sugar type of issues, y'all, get them on this product. Okay? Get them on this product and just see what this product does for people because it is absolutely insane the results and the testimonials we are getting because of that product right there. All right, now the Restore line is our next line of products. Give me 1 second. All right, so the next line is our Restore line. Consists of V40 Flora. This is going to be activated charcoal as well as magnesium in this. I tell everybody if you think you're coming down with something, illness, sickness, something like that, pop one of those. You're going to be well on your way. V Idolay is going to be a rest and relaxation product. V Omegas are our omega 3s. Now, if you're familiar with the nutrition space, you probably already know this, but omegas are probably one of the most important supplements that we all need to be taking every day because we are not getting near enough vitamin E in our daily diets. But the reality is there are good omegas and there are not so good omegas. Okay, ours are the best of the best, cream of the crop, derived from the wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, which is the purest fish for your heart with a vegetarian diet. Cold pressed, so it keeps all of its nutrients, plant-based gel cap, and it's also pumped full of tocotrienols, which is the strongest and most potent form of vitamin E, which is the main thing that you're trying to get out of omegas. Okay, the Ascalax is going to be a blood flow, blood circulation product. My mom's testimonial on her blood pressure, she will die on the sword on that product right there. V glutation and the glutation plus. Okay, so we have the liquid glutation that you see on the right side, and then you have right there in the red the V glutation, which is a capsule. Okay, now those two products, this is glutathione. Now, again, if you're familiar with the nutrition space, I'm sure you're familiar with glutathione. It's a huge buzzword, especially right now inside the health and wellness space. But the reality is, it's expensive. It's a very, very expensive product. For our quality, anywhere else, you're talking about anywhere between $100 to $300. Okay, my wife used to get IVs of glutathione, cost $300 every single time she got a glutathione IV. Here, you can get a month supply for only $60. Okay, huge game changer. Viitadol is a pain management product, and V Control is an appetite product. Okay, now Vital Pro. This is not a protein. Okay, now it does have 16 grams of protein in it, so um, that's awesome. However, it is not a protein. The 16 grams protein is just the icing on the cake. What this is a superfood blend with 16 grams of protein. And y'all, I will tell you, it is the best freaking shake I have ever had. It tastes so ridiculously good. It says vanilla, by the way. It says the flavor profile says vanilla. I will go ahead and just tell you now, it does not taste like vanilla. It tastes like cinnamon toast crunch. Okay, if you've ever had a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch, you ate all the cereal and you drink the milk at the end, that's literally exactly what this tastes like. Okay, so but it's so good and it is like just the highest quality. All the ingredient is so freaking awesome. What's in that product right there? Now collagen. This is bovine as well as marine types 1, 2, 3. Also has NAD in it as well. My wife, she's the nutritionist certified, all that jazz, and she will tell you, so will Brooke, that there is not a collagen on the market that can even come close to what we have, especially at our price point. So absolutely amazing product there. We have V Energy, which is 120 milligrams of caffeine in this. These are amino acids as well and pumped full of vitamins and minerals. I actually use V Energy as a pre-workout, although it's not a pre-workout, but I use it as a pre-workout because I like it more than any pre-workout I've ever had. So absolutely awesome product there. And then the V Daily, like I said before, this is what I would consider our blanket product. When Heidi and myself, my wife, when we came into this company, our one request was we needed this product right here. And 3 months later, we had it. So this is V Daily, 73 vitamins and minerals. And just put it in a drink, shake it up, and it tastes like actual real lemonade is what it tastes like. So good. And then our last product is V Nitro. Okay. Now this product right here is my favorite. Okay, out of all of them, like I have a lot of favorites here, but this is like my number one go-to, absolutely favorite product. The company that I built for so long and had crazy amounts of success, and we had a product very similar to this. We did over 250 million in sales just off this one product. Okay, but the reason why I'm so in love with this and I'm fascinated by this is because most people have no idea what nitric oxide is, which is shocking because it is the single most important molecule in the human body. And to give you an idea, you can live 7 minutes without oxygen. You cannot live 7 seconds without nitric oxide. So what this product right here does is it increases your body's natural production of nitric oxide, which allows your body to absorb more oxygen. When your body absorbs more oxygen, it does everything better. Okay, defends, maintains, repairs every single cell in your body, and it defends against what we call angiogenesis, which is the multiplication and duplication of bad cells. Okay, it also acts as like a delivery system as well, dilates your blood vessels, and acts as a delivery system for your other products to get those nutrients to your cells faster and more efficiently. I tell everybody, like, out of everything that we've got, you've got to be taking nitro. I take it every morning, especially with my other products. I take it all throughout the day. I take it at night before I go to bed. I take this product before I do presentations. Anytime you need to be clear, focused, like, and you just need to be on your absolute A game, I am taking nitro. One bottle is a 30-day supply. Y'all, I go through like 2 to 3 bottles a month. I absolutely love it. And I truly believe this is an absolute superhero product, y'all. It is so amazing. Okay, now, next we have our Awaken line. Okay, these are our coffees. Now, from a business perspective, I will tell y'all, I have always wanted to build in a company that had coffee for a couple of different reasons, but the main reason is coffee and tea are the second most consumed beverages in the world outside of water. So, from a business perspective, I think we can all agree that you want to be a part of a company that is selling a product that people want, and people want coffee, y'all. And our coffees are amazing, mold free, pesticide free, pumped full of so many amazing ingredients and nutrients and stuff like that. Just super awesome. All three of these do something a little bit different. Our Neuro Cafe, this is a gamma derma mushroom coffee. Does not taste like a mushroom coffee, by the way, at all whatsoever. But it's also, nootropics. So brain function, cognitive function, focus, clarity. Also great for the gut microbiome, gut brain access. I call this the happy coffee. Right. So that's with a Neuro Cafe. Thermo Cafe is our I would say this is a weight loss coffee because it's got thermogenics in it, right? Now, I will always drink Neuro Cafe every morning unless I know I'm going to work out shortly after, then I'm going to drink the Thermo Cafe. But outside of those two, our number one selling coffee by a lot, by the way, is actually Love Cafe. This is a hormone balancing coffee. I just talked to a leader earlier today, and she just got her products in, and she said the same thing. She's like, "This is literally the best coffee she's ever had." And dude, and it's pumped full of amazing stuff. So awesome products, and already talked about the analyzer, the scanner. So now let's talk about the business. Now I'll go ahead and forewarn you guys. And you already know this because I kind of said this whenever I started this presentation, but I'm very passionate about the business side of this. Very passionate about it because just as many lives as I've seen, these products change, the business is changing so many people's lives, y'all. We have something very special here, and as I dive into this comp plan, you'll understand why. But I want to make something very clear. Okay, it's a heck of a lot more than what you're seeing here. It's more than the products. It's more than this comp plan that I'm about to share with you. It's more than just the foundation of the company that I've already talked about. It's more than all that. It's the relationships. It's the friendships, the connections, the networking, the doors that this business will open for you. Guys, you cannot put a price tag on it. We have something very special here, very unique. And when you experience the culture, especially I'm speaking to those of you that have experience in the network marketing space, because if you have experience, you know the importance of culture. When you experience the culture that we have here, I promise you, is something like you've never seen before. It is so unique. And honestly, it's like like a breath of fresh air, man. It is very, very special. So I just want to point that out as I dive into how we make some money here. All right. So this is the loyalty bonus. Okay. This is going to allow you and your customers, if you stay on the products for 2 to 3 consecutive months, you get 10% off of all of your product purchases. 4 to 8 months, 20% off. 9 or more, 30% off of your product purchases. Okay. Now let's dive into the actual comp plan. Okay. This is really, really uh, exciting. Now, there's 3 pillars to all compensation plans. Doesn't matter what company you're in. If you're in network marketing, there's 3 pillars to all comp plans. Okay. Number one is going to be customer acquisition. How does somebody get paid when they sell a customer on the product? What is the percentage like and all that, right? That's customer acquisition, pretty straightforward. We understand how that works. The second pillar is going to be the structure and the team building, the recruiting side of the business. And the third pillar is going to be the residual side of the business. All 3 of these pillars, we pay out 2 to 4 times more than the highest paying comp plans you're going to find inside of the space. And I'll start by explaining just customer acquisition alone. 60% on average is what you will make on customer acquisition here. Meaning, if you sell $1,000 worth of product, you are going to make no less than $600. The industry average, y'all, is less than 20%. The company that I came from, you could earn up to 38% if you jump through a million hoops and hurdles. However, the average person there makes less than 10% on customer acquisition. Meaning you sell $1,000, you make $100. Here you sell $1,000, you make $600. Okay, that's just on the customer acquisition side. Now I've seen companies inside of the space that do like 50% on specific products, which is really great. And typically it's on the volume of the dollar, not actually dollar for dollar. So it actually came out to be around 45-ish%, which is still crazy good. But again, 60% is what you are going to average out here. Now, something very unique about Vital Health, okay, is we also take it back old school. So of course we do direct to consumer, which we're all familiar with direct to consumer. This is the modern way of building, online sales, right? If somebody wants to order some product, you send them your link, they click on the link, they pick out their product, they order it, and it's shipped directly to their door. That's direct to consumer. That's the way most people are going to build this business. And that's where you're going to get, on average 60% customer acquisition. But the other way that we can also get customers here is what I would call the old school Amway style of building network marketing, which is retailing the product. Now, most companies do not retail anymore. That's super, super old school. And the reason why most companies don't retail is because there's just not enough margin in it. There's not enough money into actually, carrying the inventory and reselling the product. However, here, if you or somebody that you know has the opportunity or the ability to actually sell this product retail, meaning resell the product, you can earn a fortune reselling this product. I cannot tell you how many doctors, physicians, physical therapists, chiropractors, estheticians, I'll use my mom as an example in a second, how many of those type of individuals are flooding into this business because they are selling the heck out of these products right there from their offices. But not just like people like that, but even barbers, hairstylists, nutrition stores, especially, by the way. We've got a couple nutrition stores in my little bitty town here in Granbury, Texas, and the entire store is turning into a Vital Health store because they're selling higher quality products for a fraction of the cost, and they are earning themselves significantly more return on their investments. So nutrition stores, anything like that, if you have the ability to actually retail the product, I encourage you, jump all over it because you're going to make a lot of money. And I'll explain why. Okay. So we have something called our influencer bonus, which is freaking awesome. Okay. Now, to give you an idea how the retail side works, the first $300 worth of product that you buy each month, each product you're getting for $25. You're reselling it for $50 for 100% return on your investment. Okay. Now, after your first 300, the next $300 worth of product that you buy, each product you're getting for $5 instead of $25, still selling it for 50 for a 900 to 1,000% return on your investment. Y'all, this is insane. I'll use my mom as an example. Her first week in the business, she bought $300 worth of product. Okay, she sold that 300 for $690. Okay, so she made a $390 profit on a $300 purchase. That's 130% return on her investment, and that was without the influencer bonus. Now, just the other day, my mom bought $1,000 worth of product and she sold that $1,000 for over $3,000. Okay, so the return on investment here, y'all, is I mean it's literally ludicrous. I mean it's absolutely insane. And I love talking about my mom's story because she's an esthetician, and she told me the other day, she was like, Miles, nobody comes into my office anymore and leaves without buying some sort of vital health product. Most of the time they're buying collagen. Like she is like she comes over to my house legitimately like almost every other day to get more collagen because she runs out of it so fast. In fact, my sister came the other day to pick up collagen for my mom. Like it's she cannot even hang on to it. But it's cool though because as an esthetician, what happens is people come in, they do their facials, their microdermabrasions, whatever my mom does as an esthetician, right? And afterwards, my mom will scan them on the scanner, and the scanner will say, "Hey, you know, Susie, you're dealing with XYZ. We recommend you try XYZ product." So then my mom sells that product to that customer right there. And I will tell you, my mom is not a network marketer. She's not a salesperson at all whatsoever, but she is earning thousands of dollars per month off of this side of the business right here. And guys, this is just one of the many ways that we get paid here, which is also crazy. Now, this is our, now we're diving into the actual structure. Now we're going to be diving into the recruiting side. So that was customer acquisition. Now we're diving into how you get paid when you bring people on. Okay, now the bronze pack is a $200 pack. If you bring somebody on at that, you're going to get a $45 upfront bonus. The silver pack is a $300 pack, $67.50 upfront bonus. Gold, $600 pack, $135 upfront bonus. And then the platinum plus is a $1,200 pack, and you're going to get $270 upfront bonus. So these are just icing on the cake for bringing people into the business. Now this right here, this is our presenter bonus. I will tell y'all, I wish so bad that I would have had this presenter bonus in my last company because I would have made millions of dollars more if I would have had this. Because what this says is that if you help somebody build their business and they're not directly tied to you in the comp plan, you still get paid here. Okay. Super, super unique. I've never seen anything like this. But what this also allows us to do as a field, as a team, it allows us to all build together in unison. Like we're one team. You'll see one team plastered all over the place because that's who we are. We're one team. We all work together, and we all benefit from each other, and we all help each other. It's such a really cool piece to everything that we got here. Now let's talk about structure real quick. If you guys have experience in network marketing, you're probably very well aware that binary compensation plans create the most millionaires inside of network marketing. Now, that's not to say you cannot make millions of dollars in any comp plan, because you can, whether it's a uni level, a matrix, a hybrid, a binary, doesn't matter. You can make millions of dollars in all comp plans. It's just companies that have binaries have the most people making millions of dollars simply from the recruiting and the team building aspect of it. Okay. Now, the reason why that is because you're only building two lines of business. So if you bring in 10 people to build this business, you're not spinning 10 different plates and having to help 10 different people in 10 different businesses. Here, you're only building two. So if you did bring in 10 people, now you're stacking all of those people underneath each other into each other's businesses, even though they are not the ones that even brought them in. You brought them in. So everybody is working together to help everybody build their business. So it's not about what you do, it's about what we all do collectively as a team and as an organization. Okay, this is why somebody that doesn't have any crazy skill sets, or maybe they're not the best salesperson, maybe they're not the best leader or network marketer, but they can come into a binary comp plan with an awesome team and make $1 million, is because of the structure, right? So we have a binary structure on the recruiting side. And then when you see the uni level side of our comp plan, which is our residual, and that's what you want for a residual because it's stronger and it's stable. And you look at the companies, like the multi-billion-dollar companies inside of the space, all have uni level comp plans. So there's pros and cons to both. And what we've done with Vital Health is we took all the pros of a binary, which is simply the team building side of it. We made that part of our comp plan, and then we took the uni level, made that the residual side, which is the highlights of a uni level. So we have the best of both worlds, and we got rid of the negatives of both as well. So the comp plan that really Alex created here is unbelievably genius. Now, matching bonus. This right here, I believe, is going to be what pays out the most people the most money in the next 3 to 5 years. And what this says is that anybody that you bring onto the team, you are going to earn 50% of whatever they earn on the binary bonus, which I'm going to step back because I forgot to talk about this. So you can earn up to $25,000 per week just off the binary bonus alone. And once you max that out, build another line, you max it out again and again and again. So you can really make $1 million a month just off this one bonus alone inside of this comp plan. Okay. We've already had 16 people, by the way, max out the binary, which is absolutely insane. But here, so anybody that you bring in, you get 50% of whatever they earn on the binary. The reason why I think this is crazy is imagine if you brought in just one of those 16 people that maxed out the binary. Okay, so they're making about 100 or more, $100,000 a month. You're making half of that. So say you make $50,000 per month because you brought in one person that maxed out the binary. Right now, imagine bringing in 5 people that max out the binary. And again, this is just one piece of the compensation plan, right? So that's insane. Obviously, if you had that many people max out the binary, you're doing pretty dang awesome. All right. However, let's look at a very realistic example, which is right here on the screen. Okay. So this is a perfect example. Say you brought in 5 people. Each one of them are doing anywhere between 750 to 1500 a week on the binary, which is a very realistic everyday number for people. And you get 50% of that, right? So 5 people, that adds up to 5,000. Okay, you get half that, $2,500 per week for bringing in 5 people that simply do what we teach to do. That the 10 grand a month, and I think that's pretty awesome. So I love that piece to our comp plan for sure. We also have our luxury car bonus. $500 a month, hit 10,000 in volume, hit the rank of gold, and get a paid for car. People are literally qualifying, getting their cars in their first couple of days, first day even. I've seen multiple times. But first month. So if you want a car paid for, free, hey, join Vital Health, and we'll help you get that car. Now, so talked about customer acquisition, talked about structure in the recruiting side. Now let's talk about the residual side. So those of you that have experience in network marketing, what I want you to pay very close attention to is I want you to pay close attention to the volume being produced, the team volume being produced, and how much residual is being paid out at that volume. Okay. And I'll start with bronze. Bronze is 1,000 in team volume. Okay, you're going to average $220 a month residual with 1,000 in team volume. Now, I want to start with bronze because obviously $220 is not like crazy baller money, right? Like I know that. However, what I wanted to point out is I've never seen any company pay any residual with only 1,000 in team sales. I've never seen that at all. Now you might get like a 50 or a $75 like bonus, something like that, but I've never seen 1,000 in team sales pay any residual at all, let alone 220 bucks a month. Okay. Now you jump up to the rank of gold. This is 10,000 in volume. This is where you get the car, and this is also paying now $1,500 a month. Okay, now this is what I want to point out here: $1,500 a month on 10,000 in team sales. That means that we are paying out about 15% on what your team sells. This is really interesting because we're paying out more on what your team produces than most companies are going to pay out if you were to do all those sales all by yourself. Okay, this is the type of comp plan that we're dealing with here. Diamond, 50,000 in team sales, 50,000 in volume. Here, okay, pays out $7,500 a month. I like talking about Diamond because if you're a network marketer, you're probably thinking the same thing that I thought was like, wow, Diamond's only 50,000 in volume. I've never seen that before because universally across the industry, Diamond is always at least 100,000 in volume. I've never seen it anywhere else be less than 100, like other than here. My last company was actually 125, so it was even more than 100. And but I asked Alex, I said, hey, why is Diamond 50,000 opposed to 100,000? Like everybody knows, Diamond's 100,000 volume. And he goes, well, Miles, the reason why is because you will earn more money here with 50,000 in volume than you would earn anywhere else with 100,000 in volume. And so all of our ranks are really based off of income levels opposed to, rank and volume being produced, right? Which I think is also really, really cool. Now the income 16,000, 38,000. Red diamond. There's also blue diamond. There's green diamond. There's purple diamond. There's black diamond. I mean, there's a lot of other ranks here as well. More than $150,000 a month at these ranks. I mean, this comp plan is literally set up to pay out millions of dollars per month to somebody if somebody were to get to that point, which is I believe is very doable here. But we already have multiple people doing $150,000 a month here. And guys, we just started 3 years ago in Mexico, just launched the United States. And I already talked about timing a second ago, but I'm going to talk about it again because I think this is really, really important to pay attention to. But um, we we have the ability, we have the opportunity rather, to launch with a company with all of the pros of a startup company, right? Like just brand new, you're at the very beginning, you're at the top, but we have all the advantages of that without any of the risks or any of the headaches of a startup company. So all of our foundation is already laid. It's been laid in Mexico for the first, year, 2 years. And then we came into the United States in a completely wide open market, full blown momentum where nobody knows who we are. Like this is a dream come true when it comes to a timing situation inside of the space. So I just want to point that out again. I know I already said that and I talked about it, but these are just really, really important things. These are all the boxes that I was talking about that I wanted to be checked. And every company had, a lot of boxes checked, but they were missing something. They were missing timing. They were missing products. They were missing price point. They were missing comp plan, whatever it was. They were all missing, something. And honestly, every company was missing multiple boxes. This was the first time where 100% was absolutely just knocked out of the park. But anyways, travel leadership retreat. If you want to travel with us, very simple. Hit the rank of silver. People do it in their first day. It's 2,500 in team volume. Hit the rank of silver and qualify for our leadership retreat. Our the first leadership retreat I went to was like my first week of being involved in this company. It was in Cancun. There's 2,500 people at this leadership retreat, which is again crazy because most conventions don't even have 2,500 people, let alone just leaders alone. And it was a blast. But the reason why it was so much fun and different for me specifically is because it was like me, my wife, and like three other people that spoke English. Everybody was Hispanic. Everybody was speaking Spanish. And man, but I will tell you, if you've never been involved with some sort of culture that is a Hispanic culture, guys, let me tell you, it is different. It is so amazing. It's all about love. It's all about community. The Hispanic culture is one of the most beautiful cultures I've ever been involved in. And when you get to go on these leadership retreats, you'll experience what I got to experience. But our next one is in Puerto Vallarta as well. So go ahead and qualify for that, and let's rock and roll. Now, these are our packs. If you want to get started, 200, 300, 600, 1200. All of these give you your marketing software, your distribution rights, your website, all of the tools and the systems that you need. You're getting all of that, okay? You're getting product, of course. The higher the pack, the more product that you get to help you get your business off the ground. And also, the more volume you get. Volume is how you hit rank. The higher rank you are, the higher percentages you get paid out on. I will always encourage everybody to come in at the highest pack that you feel comfortable with. Always coming at the highest pack. There's a lot of benefits into the comp plan, the percentages you get paid out. There's a lot of reason to come in at the big pack. So I want to go ahead and encourage you guys to come in at the biggest pack that you feel comfortable with. You can always upgrade your pack later on, but I would go ahead and get the biggest one that you possibly can now. And if you need to upgrade later, then right on. Let's do it. But those are the packs. That's all you got to do to get started. And I will tell you, we have the system, we have the tools, we have everything that you need to be successful here, y'all. We have overviews happening every single night, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. We have trainings every single day at 10 a.m. These are both Central Standard Time, by the way. So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Saturdays, we have what we call Vital Academy, which is this a more in-depth training on everything. We have everything that you could possibly need to be successful. But more than what the tools that we have, it's the support that you have here. It's the team that you have here. And you can just ask anybody. Ask anybody. I don't care who it is. Ask anybody that's involved in this company and just ask them what their thoughts are on this. And I can guarantee you they are going to tell you just how unbelievably amazing this company is, because it truly is amazing. This team's amazing. This family's amazing. And what we are doing is absolutely disrupting the space. And guys, nobody knows who we are right now. However, the industry is hearing about us. We are making a huge wave and a very loud noise inside of the space. We have huge leaders all across the industry that are flooding into this business because what we have to offer. And it's everything that a network marketer dreams about. We have that here, and that's what we're running with. So, guys, I'll go ahead and tell you, welcome the team, welcome to the family. I cannot wait to start working with you. Can't wait to build this thing with you. It's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to change the world, and we're going to make money while doing it. So, thank you guys. God bless, and have a fantastic rest of your evening. Bye, y'all.